Welcome to the next test of the fire alarm system that's installed in my garage. As a fire alarm pull station today, I have a Professional Fire Systems, or PFS, MG1 pull station. This pull station is unique because in order to reset it, you have to have a brake rod, which means in order to pull it, you have to break that brake rod. And that is just what we're going to be doing today. I have a pretty thick glass brake rod installed in it today, which means it's going to be kind of hard to pull, and I'm going to go ahead and do that first thing. Let's go ahead and pull it. It's really hard to pull. There we go. Well, that pull station was extremely hard to pull as compared to your typical fire alarm pull station. Honestly, I don't even think that'd be ADA compliant, but once again, I was using my own glass brake rod, and it was a pretty thick brake rod. So that's not the brake rod that would normally come with the pull station. It's just an extra spare that I had, and that's what made the pull station so hard to pull. So yeah, sorry if the camera was a little shaky there. Anyways, this right here is my Kidde FX-64. It's kind of the main control panel of the fire alarm system in the garage. And then this is a security edition that I added on, so that's why that was beeping. Anyways, for the alarms, as you can see, this one right here is a Gentex HS24-30WR. It's one of the early versions in the Gentex Commander series, and it has a fixed 30 candela strobe. And yes, this kind of did sound like a smoke alarm. And then if we go to the far side of the garage, I have another Gentex alarm. It's a low frequency sounder, as you could hear. And its model is GHSLF110R. And yes, that definitely does have a low sound, which if you're a subscriber of this channel, you've heard me talk about low frequency sounders quite a bit. That is if you watch a lot of my videos. And then we have this pull station right here that was extremely hard to pull, which I'll go ahead and show you how to reset. So this right here is a replica of the brake rod that I just used. I happen to have an extra spare, and as you can see, it's definitely a very durable brake rod as compared to other brake rods that other fire alarm pull stations use. It's just an extra one that I had that happened to fit this fire alarm pull station. And as you can see, the way this fire alarm pull station is, you set the brake rod in there, and then the key latches onto that brake rod, so that when you pull it, it forces the brake rod to brake. And you cannot reset this pull station if you don't have a brake rod. So I'll go ahead and put this brake rod into the slots here, and then make sure it's centered. There we go. And then I'll get my key out of my pocket here, and then we can close up the pull station. And the key that goes the other way. There we go. There we go. Kind of like a Firelight BG8. And yeah, that brake rod is extremely hard to pull. Like, I know other brake rods where even this, the force I'm using right now, would have broken it. So yeah, that's that pull station. Kind of a unique design. I honestly am not that much of a fan of it, just because it's now an extra thing that the building has to purchase, and it's an extra step now needed to reset the pull station. I think having brake rods that are optional would be a better idea in a fire alarm pull station. Because now if this accidentally gets pulled and the building runs out of brake rods, or they can't find them, or nobody knows where they are, then it's just an extra step. They now have to figure out how to purchase or obtain a brake rod in order to reset the fire alarm control panel. Because if you reset the fire alarm control panel with that pull station still being activated, it's just going to re-alarm the system. So I'm not too big of a fan of that idea of having a pull station that can only be used with a brake rod. Anyways, we'll go ahead and I'm thinking we'll reactivate one of the smoke detectors just to test another device. Alright, so up here is one of the 2 smoke detectors that I have installed in the main bay of the garage. The other one is over there, and the one that's closest to me is actually a dual smoke and heat detector. That's at least how I have it set up as of right now. So we'll go ahead and test this one out with smoke. I have some smoke saber, it's basically canned smoke, and we'll spray some at it and see if it activates. So here we go. Starting to run low on this. Might not be enough. Alright, and we'll go ahead and reset the fire alarm control panel. So I think I'm finally almost out of the smoke that's in the saber can. If not, I might already be out. This stuff does run out pretty easily. But yeah, it doesn't really have any more smoke coming out of it. It's just air at this point. But anyways, we'll go ahead and, oh, that is now reset. So we'll close up the main control panel. And I think that'll be enough testing for today's system test. So thank you all for watching. If you found any of this interesting, definitely subscribe and check out some of my other videos, because I have a lot of other really cool videos if you want to learn about how fire alarm systems work and life safety and emergency and disaster notification. So thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day, everyone.